I was a victim in a robbery some years ago. I was hit in the head and I was left for dead.
Having depression and trying to work in the workforce, it's hard to cope.
I was diagnosed at a very early age with a mental illness, and there were times when it didn't affect my job search a lot. If I was in school, it'd be pretty easy for me to find employment. More recently, though, it's been quite difficult.
I think right now the job market it continues to be very tough, and people are less likely to take risks. So unless they're 105% sure that you're the right candidate, I think you're going to struggle regardless of your background.
We're in a down spiral, and we really haven't been able to see a break on when it might turn around. The unemployment rate is still very high.
Over a year ago, I lost my job just due to the job market, but they downsized. And I was extremely depressed for a while because of that.
Just because somebody might have a disability in one thing, they could be stronger in something else. So therefore, you should really never limit or look to limit within the workforce.
Yeah, we have an illness, and it's not our fault that we have it, so don't blame us for having it, but give us a chance like you would give anybody else, or like you would give yourself a chance to perform. That's all we're asking for, nothing more, nothing less.
It's always a win-win situation as long as that person that's hired has the right skills for the job that was, that they were hired for. We
don't necessarily look at people with disabilities. We're looking for people who have a different set of capabilities. And we all have our own stuff. We all bring our own stuff into the workplace.
I do have abilities, and if they allow me to express my abilities rather than they look at my disabilities, I believe that I can be where I want to be.
We absolutely are all human beings, and that sometimes that people like me that have depression struggle at times.
If you know that they have a mental illness, you might be able to find out how they feel about it or how they deal with it. And usually you'll find that these folks are just like everybody else. And it's funny, I sort of think that they have diagnosed what their problems are.
You really got to narrow in on what they're looking for in the job, demonstrate how you're a culture fit for the organization, demonstrate your willingness to push forward and help them, whatever their agenda is in that organization, you're the solution.
I'm extremely excited being in the medical coding and billing field, knowing that it has changed so much and grown so much that there's a lot of opportunities. But I did a lot of accounts receivable, working with patients, clarifying their bills, taking co-pays.
Once a person is diagnosed, has come to a point in their recovery where they're ready to go back to work and are actually looking for work, a lot of times they are better suited for the positions that they're looking for.
I love what I do, and that's what excites me the most. So that's why I'm living my dream and fulfilling and achieving my goals. I'm very blessed.